Angelo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 38th Chancellor Distinguished Alumni Awards, from graduates to global citizens.
Sometimes alone in the evening, I look outside my window at the shadows in the night. I hear the sound of distant crying, darkness multiplying, and weary hearts denied. All I hear is my heartbeat, beating like a drum, beating with confusion. All I hear are the voices telling me to go, but I could never run, 'cause it's my African dream. There's a new tomorrow. My African dream is a dream that we can follow.
There's a highway of stars across the heavens. There's a whispering song of the wind in the grass. There's a rolling thunder across the savannah. A hope and a dream at the edge of the sky. And your life is a story like a wind. Your life is a story like a wind. I'm searching for the spirit of the brave heart to hold and stand me by. I'm searching for the spirit of the brave heart under African skies. I'm searching for the spirit of the brave heart. See the fire in your eyes. I'm searching for the spirit of the brave heart. Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for our entertainers for that fantastic opening sequence. Please put your hands together for one of our program directors this evening, the President of Convocation, Dr. Peter.
Awards. Now, for 3 years, due to COVID, we did not have the privilege to award our alumni, and tonight we are going all out. And for the first time, we are having this event in the Kalihimon Center tonight. On behalf of the Chancellor, Professor Bonang Mohale, I welcome you. I hope you will enjoy it as much as we look forward to you enjoying it with us.
And I would also like to further welcome the Executive Committee of Council members, Executive Committee of Convocation members, Rectorate members, award winners and their family members and guests, as well as staff of the University of the Free State and alumni, of course. I have to tell you that it's such a privilege for us to be able to, after 3 years not being able to host this prestigious event, have you all here in a very special venue on campus. This is the venue where our students graduate and become alumni. So it is particularly special that we could sit here together, celebrate and recognize excellence. So I have the duty, together with Dr. Dutoy, to be the program directors this evening, and I was given strict instructions to ensure that you are aware of a few safety protocols. So in the unlikely event of an emergency, there are 2 exits. I have to tell you, I'm going to interrupt myself. I have to travel a lot for work sometimes. So I admire the air hostesses when they are at the front there, the flight attendants, and they do the instructions. So tonight's my turn. So we have 2 emergency exits on this side of the venue. And if you cannot reach this side of the venue, we have 2 emergency exits also at the back of the venue, which will be pointed out to you now. Our restrooms, our restrooms are located on the far left corner. Loud, but I don't speak that loud. I can't project without a mic. So on the far left, my left, your right, is the ladies' restroom. On my right, your left, in the corner of the foyer, is the gentleman's restroom. And I trust that you will be able to find your way there. And if you need any help at all, we have got a fantastic team of ushers that are here to assist you with whatever request it is that you may have this evening. So I trust you will enjoy your evening with us. A reminder that you please turn off your cell phones. You do not have to turn them on flight mode because we're actually not on a plane, but please do put them on silent. And we also encourage you to just enjoy the candlelight and not try to light any kind of cigarettes or any sort of vaping devices, as this is a strictly no smoking venue. The only smoke that you would experience is from a very safe smoke machine, just for the ambiance and also for the lighting. And I assure you it's completely safe. So on that note, we also do have emergency services located just outside of the venue. And as I mentioned, in the unlikely event of an emergency, we also have assembly points which are just outside at the EXR venue or next to the George du Toit building over there. So now that I've got my exercises out of the way, and I've told you all the rules for this evening, please do enjoy.
Yes, so you have seen, or Carmita has mentioned, the graduation arena that we are normally assembled in over here. But tonight we have changed it a little bit. And in keeping with our theme, which you will see on your programs, Graduates to Global Citizens, we have made a lot of effort to change this venue, to make it more international, more global, and more amenable for all of you. You'll also see tonight the food on the tables is proudly South African, proudly African and international. You'll see the production is all UFS alumni cast members. All of the performers are all alumni. So we would like you all to enjoy our evening tonight with our own homegrown entertainment as well. Then tonight you'll see this crafted gin at two specific points. There's one at the back over there and one over here. The gin is brewed by East End Distillery, based here in Bloemfontein. So even after this event, please go and support them as well. And there's a gin voucher on your table. That's a little oval thingy there on your tables that you can use to collect your gin. If you don't drink gin, please share your voucher with someone else. Maybe you can exchange your voucher for wine. All wine is free tonight. Please also collect that through your waiters. So there's also unfortunately no cash bar tonight, so we'd like to limit your intake. Once the wine is done, it's done, and once the gin is done, it's also. So, but please enjoy our evening with our hosts and our ushers and our waiters tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Du Toit, for that. Don't you think that Dr. Du Toit looks absolutely amazing? Please, can you just, I mean, really?
Well, Carmenita, you look radiant tonight.
Thank
also,
you. Thank you.
In touch with all the lighting that we have, not so much the smokiness, but you glitter in the.
Thank you. I was worried maybe that I wouldn't be seen with all this light around, so I thought I'd come with my own built-in lighting. So you know where to find me. And thank you very much for that, Dr. Du Toit. So as Dr. Du Toit has mentioned...
Carmenita, please. There's doctor tonight. We are here with friends. You can call me Peter tonight. Thank you. Otherwise, I have to call you Mrs. Redcliffe Paul. Yeah.
And that's a mouthful. As you wish, Dr. Du Toit. Thank you.
No.
So as Dr. Du Toit has mentioned, there is no cash bar. We have to make sure that we work very responsibly with our limited resources. So please do feel free to make use of the gift in the little black velvet pouch on your table. It's a gift with love from the Alumni Relations Department. You'll find it has a QR code on it. And there, when you scan that QR code, it'll take you directly to our website where you can stay informed of the latest news of the University of the Free State. Please make sure that you update your details so you don't miss any of the fantastic opportunities to connect with each other and remain connected with your alma mater. Of course, you will also be sure not to miss the Donate Now button, which I encourage you to go and visit so we can do this again next year. Round of applause. So I have to share with you that there's so many exciting things happening at the university, but I don't want you to listen to me all night because that's not what you came here for. But there is something very special that's happening at the university, and it's called Vision 130. I had to say it like that because it's just, you just have to hear more about it. And just an indication of one of the values of Vision 130 is sustainability. And there are many forms of sustainability, but specifically one example is that of sustainability of the environment. So, for example, you will see on your table, we have taken a stance in aspiring to living up to these values that we have glass on the table because we want to reduce our use of plastic. And so we also want to encourage you as responsible citizens of the UFS community that you also try to minimize your use of plastic and use glass. So this evening you will be going home with a Vision 130 branded glass water bottle. Also good to drink more water, right? But tonight we're going to drink gin and wine. Only one gin per person. Thank you so much, Dr. Du Toit, or shall I call you Peter, just for this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, may you please give yourselves a wonderful round of applause for being such a beautiful audience this evening.
And enjoy every moment tonight. It's very special.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. So now, because I gave a little bit of a teaser about Vision 130, you need to hear more about this. And to tell you more about this is our Rector and Vice Chancellor, Professor Francis Peterson.
Welcome to the University of the Free State.
Wa amohela ho University of the Free State.
Welkom by die Universiteit van die Vrystaat.
Siyakwamukela eNyuvesi yase-Free State.
Situated in the heart of South Africa, my university is a creation of the past, the present, and the future. Across our 3 campuses, 7 faculties have been home to some of the most magnificent minds. Everything we do is rooted in our values of excellence, innovation and impact, accountability, care, social justice, and sustainability. We have been changing the world for more than a century. We continue to pave the way and inspire a fresh stream of knowledge and skill to follow in the footsteps of our scholars and alumni. We hunger for knowledge that will help us to be better and to do better. Our facilities encourage excellence, pulling us towards the light of new insight and ways of applying what we know. We lead by example, advocating sustainability in everything that we do. While we are making a current impact, we are also steering towards the future with the knowledge and skills we need to take the lead. The next 12 years will be especially significant in our growth as our Vision 130 unfolds, which will peak in 2034 when the University of the Free State celebrates 130 years of existence. Vision 130 is our strategic intent to reposition the university for 2034. Join us on this journey. Together, we will go further.
Thank you very much, Program Director, and good evening to all of our guests this evening, and specifically to our alumni that is present this evening. The University of the Free State was established in 1904. So over the past 119 years, there had been a lot of contributions that were made in developing the university. Contributions from staff, past and present, from students, past and present, and also from our alumni. The university has not only developed, but it grown and it has evolved over this period. We have built on those fantastic contributions, the good contributions, and we have learned from the not so good contributions. And we have now, through those experiences, reached a platform where the University of the Free State could go towards visibility and impact. And that's the basis of Vision 130. So Vision 130 is a bold vision. It's a very clear vision. It's concrete. It is inspirational, but it's also aspirational. But above all, it's also realistic. It's a vision that takes us through to be a student-centered university. A university that is regionally engaged. University of the Free State, in the Free State, for the Free State, but also beyond the Free State. It's a university that is research-led. So research is everything that informs us in terms of our operations, in terms of our research that we conduct, in terms of our teaching and learning, and in terms of any project that we develop and that we present within the university and also without or outside the university. But it's also a vision that talk about an institutional culture, a culture where everybody that is in the university or visit the university or is a friend of the university should have a high sense of belonging, a welcoming culture, a culture that we often describe as a culture of care. And that's the culture that we are and will be establishing within the University of the Free State. If we look at Vision 130, and I referred to earlier about the concreteness of the vision, the boldness of the vision, and you have to close your eyes in 2023 because that's the starting point of our vision. And it will take us to the year 2034. And in the year 2034, the university will celebrate her 130th birthday. So if you close your eyes in 2023 and you embark on this 12-year journey and you open your eyes in 2034, what would you see in the University of the Free State? What would you say about the University of the Free State? You will see a university that have about 35,000 students. The breakdown of the student cohort will be roughly about 70% undergraduate students and 30% postgraduate. You will have over 80% of our academic staff will have doctoral degrees. Over 80% of our heads of departments will be at the rank of associate professor or professor. If you look at the first year entrance in 2034, more than 60% of our first year students will have an admission point score of 35% and higher. You will see a university where our academic staff will be recognized globally for their teaching and learning and for their research. And therefore, there will be a strong focus on retaining staff that is internationally recognized, but also an aggressive approach to attracting staff, mainly academic staff, but generally all staff that is globally recognized for their areas of expertise. We will have a university where diversity is going to be crucial. You will have diversity in the sense of race, of gender, of ability and disabilities, intellectual diversity, diversity of representation of groups from other parts of the continent and the globe. And you will have international students that roughly will contribute about 7% of the student cohort. But after all, you will find on our campuses robust engagement on issues that are diverse, on issues where different inputs will come from different diversity perspectives. And we will do that engagement, that robust engagement, we will do under the banner of respect. So ultimately, you will have a Vision 130 that is forward-looking, it's innovative, it's real, and it will take this university to be amongst the top 600 universities in the globe. And tonight, I would like everyone, our alumni, our friends, our colleagues, staff, to embrace that Vision 130, to come with us on this journey over the next 12 years, and to be part of making this university, the University of the Free State, an institution where we all feel proud of, an institution that is an anchor institution in Mangaung, in the Free State, in South Africa, on the continent, and in the globe. And I would like you to walk this journey with us to make this that global institution which we all believe the University of the Free State should be. To all of you, welcome and enjoy this evening. Thank you.
The University of the Free State produces world-class competitive graduates who make an impact locally, regionally, the University of the Free State produces world-class competitive graduates to keeping alumni make an impact locally. The University of the Free State produces world-class competitive graduates who make an impact locally, regionally, and globally. The UFS is committed to keeping alumni informed, engaged, and connected with each other and their alma mater. The university does this through different platforms and various international, national, and local engagements. Here are some reflections of how the UFS did this in 2022.
Your participation
as alumni is going to be massively important. I often say at graduation ceremonies that alumni is the continuity between the past, the present, and the future. And you have to play that role. And we're going to challenge you too. The same way that we challenge the institution, we're going to challenge our alumni. I would like to see you part of this exciting journey. The positiveness about our country and the fact that we will work through where we are at the moment.
I'm inspired. It's been an amazing journey.
There is nothing much more purpose than a pat on the back, and recognizing alumni. It's a critical, crucial, but nonetheless courageous part of that process.
Our UFS alumni remain some of our most valued ambassadors. We look forward to another prosperous year in which we can connect with you, recognize and celebrate your achievements, and grow our UFS alumni community through quality, impact, and care.
Esteemed guests, it is now my privilege to call upon our host, Professor Bulang Mohale, our Chancellor, to address us. We look forward to your address, Chancellor.
I want to remember your face, so that when I meet you in heaven, I will be able to recognize you. And thank you once again. These authentically simple and yet profoundly gravid words are spoken by an 8-year-old daughter who's just received one of the 200 wheelchairs from Nigeria's billionaire, Femi Otedole, as he prepares to leave. The little girl clutches onto his legs. He looks down and he says, "Is there anything more I can do for you, my little girl?" She utters these words. And by so doing, gives Femi Otedole happiness for the first time in his life. With these simple statements, gives Femi Otedole real joy. By so saying, ushers in this notion of transformative philanthropy. How we can give in a manner that transforms both society, but most importantly, the philanthropist. As the alumni, you have lots of things to give. My grandmother says if you give money, you give a lot. If you give time, you give much. But if you give of yourself, you give everything. So we would like you to be present in the moment. Walk with us as we walk this journey of Vision 130. There are not many institutions in the world that can look back and celebrate 130 years of positive impact and contribution and touch people's lives in a very meaningful way. The richest and the most successful university in the world is Harvard, with an endowment policy of 100 billion followed by Oxford and Stanford. There's a direct relationship between the resources you have and your ability to reach people in a very meaningful way. So how does an alumni of the University of the Free State behave? I've never met a poor philanthropist. There's 2 or 3 things that you know that if you share them with younger people coming behind you, current leadership, maybe, just maybe, we can give effect to the South Africa of Rolihlahla Nelson Mandela's dreams. You see, it can be that this movement that started on the 15th of March 2015 and very quickly morphed in mid-October, initially as hashtag Rhodes Must Fall against colonialism, and how we can liberate ourselves, our institutions, but also the way we think, to hashtag Fees Must Fall. And yet 7 years, every year, these current leaders are forced to disrupt the academic year, forced to protest against academic exclusion. And yet we know that education is the surest way in which one can transcend social classes. Now they need to be excluded purely and simply because their parents are poor, their aunts and uncles can't afford. And yet, in our deliberations, in our thought processes, we talk about this notion of an inclusive academic excellence. And yet the solution is within all our reach, because all of us have not succeeded in eradicating the legacy of apartheid. Therefore, as the alumni, what role are we collectively, individually and severally, going to play? the Minister of the Department of Higher Education and Training in 2022's own audited figure says there's about 1.2 million students in the 26 public universities. To educate them for a year, it's about 50 billion South African rands. The historical debt is 16.5 billion, 9.2 billion of which is non-recoverable. So imagine for a moment, if we exclude the 2.5 million small and medium enterprises, and we talk only about the 1.5 million medium-sized companies with a turnover in excess of 300 million rands, and the 400 that are listed on the Johannesburg Securities Exchange in the main board and the Alt-X. Or maybe the 80 securities that are held in private equity by 60 companies spanning about 40 countries. And we ask them not to dedicate new money, not to make more profits, because 98% of these companies have some sort of a corporate social investment. All of them, in their 4 focus areas, have something to do with education. And all we ask them is to redirect each one of them no less than 1 million rand of the already committed funds in this CSI to address the 16.5 billion of historical debt. And we say to government, for every rand, you must match it 1 rand. In 1 year, we would have totally eliminated the 16.5 billion historical debt, because we would have put it in the historical debt fund. That's what it means to be truly human. That's what it means to play it forward. That's what it means to be an alumni of the University of the Free State. So how does an alumnus of this university walk, speak, behave? Maybe, just maybe, precisely because of the conversations we're having tonight, maybe, just maybe, we might just liberate better humans. Maybe, just maybe, we might be able to help all of us to graduate from humankind to kind humans, where most of you who are already in business can usher in a new type of leadership, where business is not only seen as taking, but regularly giving, where all of us collectively can solve some of the intractable problems that are confronting this country, especially in the wake of what we are facing today. Maybe, just maybe, we'll create holding spaces where all of us feel needed and wanted, where we feel free to speak our mind without any fear of reprisals or retribution. A new type of leadership. Because you see, if your leadership can be questioned, then you are a questionable leader. Because we know that ego is the enemy of leadership. The same way that panic is the enemy of progress. That arrogance is the camouflage for insecurity. We want the type of leadership that can cry with us, that can be vulnerable. the type of leadership that mourns the fact that this 29 years into democracy is not the South Africa we've been praying for, the South Africa of Rolihlahla, Nelson Mandela's dreams. COVID has taught us many things. That's why in 3 years, we are meeting in person like we are now, after 750 days of national lockdown. It is wonderful to be able to hug human beings again, to look you in the centerpiece of the pupils of your eyes as the alumni and say what is going to be a role in creating and ushering in council, coaching and holding by the hand this type of leadership that we want, because you saw it in the goodness of your heart to be giving not only of your money and your time, but of yourself. So when you see your colleagues who have joined your faculty, your companies, your institutions, your organizations for the first time, of all the things you could possibly say for the very first time, imagine if you looked at them and you said, what do you need? Can I get you something? Rather than, I want my operational excellence report, could you give me that financial sustainability report? I want this notion of final accountability, and you choose to be kind. Because you see, sons learn by looking at the back of the heads of their fathers. When fisher women can't go out to sea, they repair their nets. What are you and I doing as the alumni of this university to repair our nets, just to ensure that our own parents, every evening before we go to bed, that they've had something to eat, because it is our responsibility. Some of you, because of distance, you'll say, I've not been able to meet my siblings. Imagine if you find an excuse to be connected in a profoundly meaningful way, because that's what makes us to be human. In an institution of higher learning like this one. Because you see, when one steadily burns the midnight oil, one gains access to the domain of knowledge and wisdom, the world of meaning, the world that cannot be conquered without a persistent crusade. Ha ke ise tlhompho ho bohle bao e ba tshwanetseng.
Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our Chancellor. It's such a privilege to listen to someone who has all the wisdom and who can share it in such an eloquent way with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed your starters so long. The main course will now be served, and the gin bars are now also open. Those of you who need or have special dietary requirements, please indicate to your waiters that they assist you in getting the correct diet. Thank you. Enjoy.
And gentlemen, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, are you still with us? Are you still having a wonderful time? Can't hear you. Yes. I know there's some guests on this side that are enjoying themselves. Are there perhaps any guests on this side enjoying themselves? Definitely. Wonderful. Well, I trust that you have enjoyed the cuisine thus far. I trust that you've enjoyed the hospitality, and more than anything, I trust that you've enjoyed the opportunity to enjoy a meal together as friends and alumni. But now we get to the part of the program. This is the reason why we are here, and we are here for the Alumni Awards. More specifically, the 38th Chancellor's Distinguished Alumni Awards. So we ask that you kindly take your seats, and please continue to enjoy your meal. If you still have a meal left to enjoy, please do enjoy that. But we will now make sure that you are comfortable with your drinks and that you sit back and that you relax and enjoy the awards presentation that is about to commence.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to call the Vice-Chancellor and the Chancellor to join us on stage because they will be officiating in handing over the awards as they are introduced to them.
And we ask that you give them a warm round of applause as they make their way to the stage. So we had the privilege of sharing with you the theme, the music, the food. You all look so wonderful. And of course, we also know that we have an audience much wider than you wonderful guests here, our esteemed guests. We are also live streaming this event across the globe because we are a global community of UFS alumni. Can you please give a round of applause to yourselves and our incredible community of UFS alumni? We are joined by our Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor, Prof. Bonang Mohale and Prof. Peterson, as we are about to commence with the awards ceremony. And I'd like to call to the stage our Kwakwa campus principal, Dr. Martin Mandu. Dr. Martin Mandu will be starting off with the cum laude winners, and I will share a little bit with you about this award. The cum laude award is bestowed upon an alumnus to recognize excellence in any field, whether vocational or voluntary. Nominees must have achieved notable career accomplishments. Nominees must have made exemplary contributions to their businesses, organizations, or field of work. Nominees must show and be recognized for leadership skills and/or innovation, and nominees may fall into entrepreneurship, innovation, scholarship, academia, public service, or philanthropy categories. I hand you over to Dr. Martin Mandu.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kamanita. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment. This night is about this. So I'm very honored to announce the name of our winners. We hope that the awards that will be given tonight will inspire even more of you to outdo yourselves as UFS alumni. And so it is my pleasure to announce there's 3 awardees. I'd like to start and call to the stage for the Cum Laude Award, Professor Andrew Stilton. There's Prof. Another round of applause, please. Professor Stilton. Professor Stilton is 75 years old. So there is hope for you and I still. Thank you. Another round of applause. I'm not done yet, ladies and gentlemen, with the Cum Laude Awards winners. Another winner, I was waiting for the drum roll, but it's okay. It is Dr. Mariam Amra Jordan. There she comes. Please, another round of applause as Dr. Mariam Jordan. Isn't that just wonderful? Thank you, thank you. A round of applause, please. I still have one more to announce in the category of Cum Laude winners. It is Dr. Solomon Verta. Dr. Verta could not be with us tonight. Dr. Verta is currently in Ethiopia. And this award is being collected by one of our PhD students in Kwakwa, also from Ethiopia, Amadou Yimamu. We are a global university. A round of applause. Please make sure that Dr. Verta gets this photo. Thank you. A round of applause, please. Thank you. I'm not going yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed with the next category, and this is the executive management category. The Executive Management Award recognizes individuals for their exceptional service to the University of the Free State. The following criteria has been applied, and nominees must have demonstrated excellent service and commitment to the University of the Free State and its community. They must have advocated and inspired others to serve the needs of the University of the Free State, and certainly through their service and positive impact on both students and staff at the university and the institution as a whole.
Thank you, Kamenita. I'm very excited to announce one of the two executive management awardees. Let me just look over there. And the awardee is Professor Francois Straydon. A workhorse if I've ever seen one. Another round of applause for Professor Straydon, please. Well done, well done. I'm just about to go, ladies and gentlemen. The second, or the other awardee in the executive management category is, I'm proud to say and announce, Professor Abdon Atangana. Professor Atangana, thank you. Professor Atangana is currently in Germany, and his award is being collected by his beautiful wife, Dr. Ernestine Atangana. Dr. Ernestine Atangana on behalf of Professor Abdon Atangana. Thank you, thank you. I already missed the space.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next category of awards is the Ambassador Award, and that will be presented by Mrs. Lasha Loader. Now, the Ambassador Award is bestowed upon an individual whose achievements have brought distinction to him or her, benefited his or her community, and has brought credit to the University of the Free State.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Dr. De Tooy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely honored to present this award, the COFSI Ambassador Award, not only because I'm an alumna, but it's really a proud moment for me, and thank you very much for this fantastic privilege. So we've got three winners. I'm going to ask Elizabeth Mogosi to please come forward. Elizabeth. Give her a big round of applause. Elizabeth, well done. Well done, Elizabeth. Well done. Fantastic. Congratulations, Elizabeth. We're very proud of you. Next up is Rian Greef. So Rian can't be with us this evening. He is in London, but his sister Anne-Marie Greef will receive the award on behalf of Rian. So Anne-Marie, please come forward. Is Anne-Marie is in the audience? And she goes. Congratulations, Anne-Marie. Please carry our congratulations to Rian as well. And Anne-Marie is an alumna of the University of the Free State. She's also a COFSI. Thanks, Anne-Marie. Thank you. Another round of applause for Anne-Marie and for Rian. Congratulations. Last up, Yoletta Nel Marais. Yoletta. Congratulations, Yoletta. Isn't it fantastic? Well done, Yoletta. Ladies and gentlemen, Yoletta Nel Marais. Isn't it fantastic that we have 3 wonderful, accomplished winners in this category of COFSI Ambassador? Congratulations once again to everyone. You go. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's please give Lasha Loader, our Senior Director of Communications and Marketing, a round of applause. And equally to our fantastic COFSI ambassadors, our cum laude and Executive Management Award winners thus far. Thank you very much. Please give them a round of applause. And now, we are going to introduce to you the winner of the Young Alumnus of the Year Award. And I will ask that Prof. Peterson steps forward to talk to you about this award before we announce the winner.
Thank you very much, Program Director. The Young Alumnus of the Year Award recognizes and celebrates the achievements of alumni who have graduated within the past 10 years and have contributed to their respective fields. They have excelled early in their professional careers and show potential for continued success. They have received recognition as emerging leaders and/or for their professional achievements. They have attained senior positions within their businesses, their organizations, or fields of work. They have demonstrated a contribution in line with the vision of the University of the Free State. They have remained connected to the University of the Free State and volunteered in university-related activities. And they served as outstanding role models for current and future COFSIs. We have the Young Alumnus of the Year Award that goes to Sebabatsu Tsuane.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you now the Young Alumnus of the Year Award, Seba Batso.
I would first of all, I'm so emotional, oh my God. I would first of all like to give thanks to my Creator for giving me the gift of purpose, which is literally what drives me every single day. And I also want to say, in this university, I think I've made two of the most important decisions while I was still here. And the first one was not to pursue money or fame or anything like that, but to live a life of purpose and to live a life of servanthood, because that's what drives me every single day. And then the second most important decision that I made while I was still here, well, I'm still here, but in my undergraduate studies, is to also choose an amazing purpose partner who's my husband over there in the green suit. So I just want to say, I'm so grateful. This is such an incredible honor. I don't even know what else to say. Thank you so much.
And now, the Chancellor's Distinguished Alumnus of the Year, to be presented by the Chancellor himself, will introduce the winner, give you a brief description of what this award is all about. Professor Buhan Mohale.
Chancellor's Distinguished Alumnus of the Year Award. This is the highest honor accorded to an alumnus. This award recognizes the distinguished achievement of its recipient, both professionally and personally, on a local, regional, and indeed international scale. It celebrates an excellent alumnus who serves to inspire fellow alumni, current students, and indeed the community at large. The criteria applied includes, amongst others, being at least 10 years postgraduate from this institution, being recognized for her or his contribution to their profession or community at both national, regional, and international level. Currently or previously have attained a senior position within her or his business, organization, or indeed field of study, but also to exhibit skills in leadership, have demonstrated a contribution towards advancing the academic and human projects in line with the mission of the University of the Free State, have remained connected to the University of the Free State and volunteered in university-related activities, and serve as outstanding role model for current and future COFSES. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure and honor to introduce to you Gerda Stein, who's currently in France training for the comrades. Her award is being collected by her proud parents, Peter and Trudy Stein, who traveled all the way from Botaville to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for the parents of Gerda Steyn, our Chancellor's Distinguished Alumnus of the Year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege for us to be here tonight to take this award home. It's a privilege for us. Gerda het 10 jaar gelede haar graad gekry by die universiteit en vanaand is ons bevoorreg om weer terug te wees in die Kalahima. Baie dankie.
Another round of applause for the winner of the 38th Chancellor's Distinguished Alumnus of the Year Award to Gerda Steyn. And indeed, esteemed guests, the University of the Free State is a university that is a global university. I often say to our alumni, when I have the opportunity to address you at events such as this, that you are not in the company of good. In the University of the Free State alumni family, you are indeed in the company of great. Not in the company of good, but in the company of great. And on that note, we have a very special message from Gerda, who's currently training for the comrades in France. So may I ask that our sound team will play this video for us, and I ask that you relax and enjoy this short message from Gerda Steyn.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gerda Steyn, and I'm a proud COFSI. I'm also a global citizen. First of all, I just wanted to say a huge thank you for this wonderful nomination for the Chancellor's Alumni Distinguished Award tonight. I am truly, truly honored to receive this wonderful award. Thank you for COFSI's UFS for everything that you've done for me in order to reach this point and to receive this award. When I studied in the University of Free State, I had absolutely no idea that I'd be fortunate enough one day to receive this award. I studied to be a quantity surveyor and worked a few years as a quantity surveyor. But after a couple of years, I left my job in the office and pursued the athletics career, professional athletics as a marathon runner. And my life really made a huge turn. But even though I'm not doing today what I've studied for in the University of the Free State, I still feel like I am using so many traits that I learned there on the grounds of COFSI's. I was also in the boarding school of Sudwering, and the experience there, as well as in the classroom, regardless of what I learned in the study books, has taught me to work together as a team, to stand on my own 2 feet, to really work hard for what I want in life. And those are the traits that I can apply today to my athletics career. I've been fortunate enough to represent South Africa on the global stage. I've also done a lot of the ultramarathons in South Africa and won the 2 Oceans as well as the Comrades Marathon. But it's not just me breaking the tape. I only made it to this point because of so many influences in my life. And probably the biggest of them all is my parents, who is there tonight to receive this award on my behalf. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you for them and for standing in for me while I'm training in France at the moment and for my next event. So again, many thank you for making the trip back to my old stomping grounds in Bloemfontein. I really appreciate it. And again, I really appreciate everything that this university has done, not only for me, but for so many thousands of students across the country and across the world, that you taught us how to be yourself and how to make the most out of every single opportunity that you get. and to believe in yourself and to embrace what we have in this country. So thank you for that, and again, thank you for this award. I hope everyone have a wonderful evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Another round of applause, not only to Gerda Steyn and her parents, but all of our incredible alumni of the University of the Free State. Thank you so much to Prof. Mohale and Prof. Peterson for officiating over the awards. And we now take a break with the fantastic sounds of our all alumni, all-star cast. Enjoy, and your desserts will soon be served. But before we do that, we need to say thank you for all of you that are here, for all of the support in putting this event together. And here to close this spectacular occasion is a very important person. And I have to say this because he is my boss, so you need to clap extra loud, please. I now call to the stage the Senior Director of Institutional Advancement, Dr. Russell Ali.
Good evening, everyone. Carmenita, the bonus that you were going to get is actually going to go into the donations for the No Student Hungry program. This is actually a really wonderful occasion, and it's so great to see so many people. I hope that the next time we host this, I will be able to put a face to the check. With an event like this, it cannot be successful if we don't have people who organize it, who put in the blood and the sweat and the tears. And so I want to firstly thank Carmenita and the team for putting on such a wonderful and splendid occasion. And then I also want to thank our other colleagues at the university, because there's no way in which one department can pull off something like this. So without the support of ICT services, university estates, protection services, traffic services, communications and marketing, all those colleagues have really worked together with institutional advancement to put on such a great event, so we want to thank them as well. And then we also obviously want to thank those who provided the entertainment, and as Carmenita said, they are all proudly alumni of the University of. So our singers, Pogiso Motlebane, yeah, Palisa Konono, Leslie Ann Terblanche, Mario Lategan, and Tabo Shlongwane. And our band, Levante Dupree, Emmanuel Campbell, Angelo Moki, the drummer. Drum roll, Angelo. Maria Duperson and Etienne van Rooyen. And then, of course, the composer, the music arrangement, and music director, Anton Eerstehuizen. We also want to thank those who provided the services, our service providers, Creative, kilowatt. That actually, when you see it in the sort of context of load shedding, it obviously is a bit of a oxymoron. Creative kilowatt. Deco table, Food and Beverage Institute, Coffee Inn, and Roy Store. So this evening was a celebration of our alumni. And I'm sure that most of you, or many of you, know the origins of the word alumnus or alumna. Actually, as you know, most of these words have their origins in Latin. And the word actually refers to bringing up or nurturing. And that really, I think, symbolizes the sort of significance of this event. The nurturing and the bringing up of those who we are celebrating this evening. And the celebration, of course, is being hosted by your alma mater, another word, which actually means nurturing mother of an alum. And if it were not for the university, we would not be able to produce these excellent alumni who have not only made an impact in our country or in the continent, but have also made a contribution globally. And so it is very fitting for both the alumni to be celebrated, but also for their alma mater. And so the biggest thank you this evening is to you, and I want you to give yourselves a warm round of applause for coming to support and to celebrate the accomplishments of the university. And we hope that you will continue to remain engaged with the university. And the gift that you've got, please go on, use that Q code. If the donate button comes up, that doesn't mean that you have to, not push the button. But even if you don't do that, as long as you remain connected and interested in what is happening at the university, because in the final analysis, the university is actually your currency in the world. And if the university does well, you will do well in your careers. And when you go for job interviews or establish businesses and people ask from what university where you studied, and you can say that you are proudly from the University of the Free State, that shows the value of that currency. And so it's in everybody's interest who've studied at the university to remain as engaged as possible, because it's not just about what you did in the past, it's also about what is going to happen in the future. So thanks everybody, a wonderful evening, and please stay for a little while, and I hope you get home safely.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ali. And another round of applause to Dr. Ali, Dr. Russell Ali, the head of institutional advancement. Ladies and gentlemen, what needed to be said this evening has been said. But I hope that you know this is not the end of the evening. And if anything, it really is the start of us deepening, broadening our relationship, not only with each other, but the university. Please do take up the challenge and aspire to the values of Vision 130. Please take the opportunity to get in touch with us and stay connected. Share your stories with us so we can share them with the rest of the community, so that we can recognize you and celebrate you. Because at the end of the day, this is what we are here for, to build a better University of the Free State, build better communities, and make this a better world. So ladies and gentlemen, dessert will now be served, but the night is far from over. So do stick and stay, take photos, enjoy the moment, and give yourselves a round of applause.
dat ek nie sonder jou kan bestaan nie.
En jy weet dat jy ook nie alleen kan bestaan nie. Dit weet jy goed.
Liefde kan ons nie maar vergeet en vergewe. Liefde, ek kan nie sonder jou verder lewe. Dit weet jy goed. Nou is die tyd vir die wag, want ek verlang elke dag. Hier is my hart in dit nog. Hier is my hart net vir jou.
Ngikulela ongothando ngiyakula ngelingilanga uthando luyaphusa jikelele kulomhlaba wethu